So my name is James Toone from American Fork, Utah, just up the road. Graduated from BYU in 2005, and I was part of the 2004-2005 Flagship class. The real value that I found from the Flagship program was that the Flagship program doesn't necessarily teach you just how to communicate and use the language and understand the culture, but it really helps facilitate an application of that ability into a field-specific skill set. Looking at kind of the environment that we're in right now, I feel like understanding a language, understanding a culture isn't necessarily enough, especially in China right now. Just being able to speak Chinese may get you a few entry-level positions, but it's not going to set you up for career development, or it'll never get you into a position where you can take advantage of getting into senior level management or executive level positions, simply because just being able to speak a language doesn't necessarily qualify somebody for that kind of a role. You have to have some type of skill set to couple with a language. And that's the benefit that I found from the Flagship program, is it doesn't just teach you language, it doesn't just teach you how to communicate with people, it teaches you how to use that communication skill, how to use that language and that understanding of the culture and apply it into your other skill sets. Whether that be accounting, whether that be finance, whether that be medicine, whether it be engineering, whether it be teaching. Being able to use that language in your specific skill set is going to set you apart from the competition. Whereas if you're simply relying on the language, you're competing with 1.3 billion people in China who speak the language a lot better than you do. And so if the language is the only thing you have in your quiver of skills, you're going to find competition for jobs to be extremely intense. And so my recommendation for anybody considering the Flagship program, or for anybody who's currently in the Flagship program, is to spend just as much time on their other skill set in their career objectives as they are on the language, because it's a combination of the two that's really going to help set you apart in interviews and in the job search process. And just kind of as an example of that, during the MBA program, during the first year, as I was looking for an internship in between the first and second years, I knew I wanted to be back in Asia. I knew I wanted to do investment banking. And so I started targeting investment banks over in Asia, specifically in Hong Kong. And throughout all of the interviews, every single time the interviewer brought up, oh, you mentioned that you speak Chinese on your resume, immediately they kind of go in and test you to see how well you could speak. And the first couple of questions are always very simple, basic communication: what's your name, what are your hobbies, that kind of thing. And once they can figure out that you can actually communicate at that level, then they actually turn to more technical questions. In my example, they turn to more finance-related questions to see if I could actually communicate and answer questions about my specific interests, about my field, in the language. And I think that was kind of what really turned the tide for me during the interview, is being able to demonstrate a language ability within a specific field. And after the interviews, a lot of them commented that they get a lot of resumes with people who say they can speak Chinese, but oftentimes it's more just being able to communicate, daily conversations. But being able to understand the technicalities of the specific field was something that they found very rare from foreign applicants. And so that really helped set me apart during the interviews and helped me get the internship. And even since I've been back from the internship, as I'm looking for full-time positions now, a lot of opportunities are kind of opening up because of the fact that a Fortune 500 company has recognized and validated my ability to use Chinese within the workplace in a specific field. And so other doors are opening up as a result of that. And so frankly, the Flagship program has really helped to set my career trajectory, really helped to establish confidence in my ability to not only live and sustain myself in a foreign country, but at the same time to be able to be competent and to compete well within my field of interest professionally. And so I owe a lot of that to the Flagship. So I encourage anybody who's interested in the Flagship program to kind of take it to heart and make it a goal, and to develop their linguistic abilities as well as their professional abilities, and the combination of that is going to prove to be very valuable for them in the future.